Hi, everyone. I'm Carey Peña, and this is Front Doors TV. We are broadcasting today from the Center for Positive Media. With me in studio, one of my faves, Laura Bode, Chief Philanthropy Officer from A New Leaf. Thank you so much for being back with us.
Thanks so much for having me, Carey.
We have some headlines to talk about. It's a difficult headline. Eviction rates higher than ever before. And this is certainly something that impacts your organization and the many, many people you serve.
True. Yeah. So many people are struggling with just the cost of living, the lack of affordable housing, and we're seeing a lot more people needing help. And we're trying to expand and grow and really to be able to be a solution for people that are looking for that help.
For folks who don't know what A New Leaf does, give us kind of the synopsis.
Right. So our mission is helping families, changing lives. It's pretty simple, but our focus really is in housing stability. And that means a lot of different things for people that are experiencing different kinds of challenges. It could be that you're experiencing homelessness, in danger of becoming homeless. It could be a domestic violence situation. It could be that you're just needing better employment. So we try to approach the services in a lot of different kinds of ways. And it's just become a lot more clear that people need different kinds of interventions, whether it be emergency shelter or a longer-term housing program.
You are all about walking people through the process in a long-term solution way.
Yeah, we used to put a lot more focus on emergency shelters, so up to 120 days of services. But we're really looking at how can we be a longer-term solution, and some of that is some of our housing programs. So affordable housing is a less expensive intervention, but is a longer-term solution. With the lack of affordable housing, it's really hard for people to transition out of shelter into independent housing unless they have somewhere to go. So while emergency shelter is still very much a need. It's very expensive. And like I said, it's hard to transition out of that. So we're kind of growing and expanding more in the area of affordable housing so that when we have people that are moving out of homelessness, there is a place for them to go.
Talk about how the changes in federal funding have impacted you. This has been tough on a lot of nonprofits across the country.
It is a challenge for sure. And it's been not only a challenge for organizations, but just for the community in general. But it has also been an opportunity for us to really look closely at what is our core focus, what's our strategy for how we want to serve the community with the resources that we have.
It is possible to turn over a new leaf. And in fact, you're helping a couple right now to pull themselves up and try to turn the corner.
Absolutely. We're in the middle of transitioning one of our 80-unit housing facilities that had operated for many years as a shelter and transitional housing program that we acquired about 2 years ago. We're transitioning that all to affordable housing. And we have a new resident there. And this is just an example of someone, that was both parents working, 2 small children. They were both been promised full-time hours, but just weren't getting that. And we see that so often that then they can't make their rent. If they were living in a normal apartment unit and they weren't able to make their rent, they would be evicted. And that young family would be back out on the streets. When they're in our program, we're helping them with finding better employment, accessing food, accessing childcare, transportation, all those things to keep them stably housed, but turn a new leaf and be able to become self-sufficient.
So Laura, what do you do with a family? Let's stay with this family so we can paint the picture for our wonderful viewers who are listening to this. Do you have a caseworker who's like, okay, here's what we're doing, this.
Yeah, that's the difference between our affordable housing program and just, subsidized housing. It's the case management that's absolutely critical, because if any kind of crisis comes up, it's just like that. They become homeless again, or they don't have somebody that's working with them to identify kind of what some of those barriers are. Sometimes people can't even recognize that in their own situation because they are in crisis. So having a case manager who knows how to connect people to these resources and can help them set goals and achieve those goals, that's what's critical for helping people overcome homelessness. You can't see from looking at somebody what their experiences in life have been. And a lot of times it's easy to judge somebody who is homeless or is in a domestic violence situation and think, why can't they just get a job? Why can't they just leave? Why can't they? Whatever it might be. And it's really until you unpack that, and that's what, our case managers do, sometimes for the first time in somebody's lives, of what's behind the challenges that you're experiencing, what are those barriers, and how can we help you overcome them?
How can the public help?
Yeah. So we need our community support more than ever. That's what makes us sustainable. The tax credit program is wonderful. $1,000 that you can give without even feeling it. That provides a week of shelter and case management services to somebody. So it's really impactful what the community can do. We need everyone's help to overcome the challenges that we're experiencing right now.
So $1,000 can really buy a lot.
It really can. I mean, I think people often don't think that shelter or housing programs are more expensive than they really are. But the number of people that we're serving, 15,000 people a year, if you think about that. And I mean, the success metrics that we have, the outcomes are incredible. And we really are making a difference. And that's thanks a lot to our donors.
Congratulations on all of your work. And where can people find out more?
On our website, turnanewleaf.org, we have all kinds of resources, whether you're looking for services or want to know how you can help support them.
Thank you so much, Laura. I always love having you here. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Carey.
And thanks to all of you for watching. This is Front Doors TV. I'm Carey Peña.